Hey, it's Dougie Wood, and in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at how we can create SharePoint video pages. Now, a recent video uploaded in the past week on the Microsoft Community Learning channel shows us a little training video and explains what are SharePoint video pages. So I'm going to be watching this along with you. I'm going to stop every so often just to share my thoughts and input about SharePoint video.
Thanks. Yeah, so I'm going to go through video page creation both from the SharePoint site and then also from Stream. So I'll go ahead and move on over to Stream. Here you'll see the Stream web app, and the Stream web app is showing a video that I have stored on.
If you've not used Stream before, in fact, actually, I'm recording this video right now in Microsoft Stream. Think of Stream a little bit like your own company's internal YouTube, essentially, where you can have videos, playlists, channels of content. But you can also record videos. You can also record videos and even overlay your own camera, like what I'm doing right now. And that's all through Microsoft Stream. So that's what that she's showing us here. We're looking at an organization's Stream area of videos.
A SharePoint site. When I click the share dropdown, you'll now see a new entry point that says create video news post. And it is important to note that this entry point only shows up when the video that I'm looking at is located within a SharePoint site and it's located within a site that I have editing access on.
So just to sort of jump in there, the reason why this type of feature is really useful now is because video content is not just a nice to have anymore. It's almost expected by employees. You're using YouTube right now to watch this video. So we all use YouTube in our day-to-day lives, in our personal lives a lot. But we're also using video content in work now. We're using it for training videos and things like that. And in fact, sometimes it's much quicker to get a message out using a sort of homemade DIY type of video than it is to create a big document or a big email or something like that. So rather than waiting for that kind of quarterly internal newsletter to go out to share the latest information, we're seeing a lot of the C-suite, CEOs, people like that, creating short little videos on their phone after meetings and giving updates to people via a short video. So actually doing it via Stream and embedding it via the SharePoint intranet is a fantastic way of doing that. So let's continue to watch this.
Click the create video news post entry point. You'll see a little modal pop-up that tells me exactly what I'm about to do. About to create a news post for the video on the site where it's stored. After clicking get started, I then hop over to the SharePoint site and you'll see a new template picker experience. Within this template picker, you'll see the 4 video templates that we've created. There's starter, which is a pretty basic template. There's training. There's recap. And
training and recap can be obviously expected. So training being like training videos, things like that. So we're seeing a lot of people using SharePoint sites to create like an onboarding area. So again, to stand out from other companies, future thinking, thought leader type organizations are creating onboarding areas in SharePoint which contain videos of meet the team, what you need to know to get started, what to expect on your first day. All of those types of things are videos that you can embed via Stream into your SharePoint page. As well, we've got like things that recap there. So again, something that's very common, something I do with my team. After every event that we've been to, we create a short video, a little recap of what's happened, and to build a little bit of kind of awareness of the event. So next time we're doing an event, it's easier to promote. And essentially, we can use that again and embed that into our intranet via a SharePoint video page.
Then there's also message.
The message template is much more like I was saying before, how the C-suite, CEOs, people like that are starting to take a lot more notice of creating video content. It doesn't have to be overly polished. Now, I notice a lot of Microsoft videos are heavily polished. I love this kind of Microsoft community learning video because, as I say, they're very well presented, these guys, but they don't necessarily need to be overly polished or overly reading from scripts and things like that. A lot of content nowadays, including my own content, is all off the cuff. It's knowledge, it's information, it's things that you could just grab us off the street and talk to us about. And these videos, as I say, for the updates from the CEOs, we should be encouraging people to do the same. It's not necessarily something that needs to be overly polished and have loads of spotlights and makeup and things like that for every video. It could be raw, it could be unedited, and it could be posted really quickly via SharePoint video page.
And on the right, you're seeing a live canvas of what the template and the page will look like when I go onto the editing canvas. So after
sorry, I can't help myself. I need to ask immediately a question. You will walk through and create the page, but of course, these are just templates, so it will create a page which you can edit any way you want. It's just a starting point, right?
Yes, just a starting point. So this is just a starting point of your page or news post. Once you click Use Template, you'll then go to the normal, page and news editing canvas that you're familiar with, where you can make more edits and update things as you see fit before posting it or publishing it.
Really cool. Really cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, so once I've selected which template I want, let's go with the message template. I then can also select whether I want to create a news post or a page. And I did want to call out that this is currently part of an experiment, so you may or may not see this news post or page selection. And if you don't see it, then you are creating a news post by default. And so let's say I want to create a news post. After that, I can then see related documents that might be.
I think for me, and I'll be interested to know, drop me a comment below what you think, but I would love to have that toggle there. I think having that toggle there will make it so much easier to know if you're creating it as a news page or whether it's just a standard issue page. But let me know what you think in the comments below.
Related to the video that I'm showcasing. And so if I do find any documents here that are relevant and I want them to be on my news post, I can click them. And when I click them, you'll see the quick links are being updated in real time.
That's cool.
Yeah, so once I'm ready to use this template and create the news post, I click the Use Template button. And then you'll now see that I'm on the editing canvas for this news post.
And I can modify all of the sections and all of that stuff based on a business requirement. This is really, really cool. Now, immediate first question, or two questions. We can talk about this one, obviously, after the demo as well, because I think, or was the demo there? Or do we have other thing to show?
I did also want to show creating from the site, but...
Okay, let's do that first. I will be silent in a second. Sorry for interrupting there, Kate.
No worries at all. So yeah, so that's one way to create the video page or news post from Stream, but you can also create them from a SharePoint site. So if you go to Plus New and Page, you will see that these 4 video templates are now showing up in the page template picker as well. And similarly, once you create the page, you're taken to the canvas where you can edit all the web parts and content before you post or publish. Yep. And then it also works with news posts. So if you go to the news template picker, you'll see that we also added the video templates here as well.
I think it's fantastic that they're breaking this out, and actually you can do it from both sides of the fence, because everyone's going to have their own preference about how they get to this. But I also really like the point there that they're stressing that you can modify these pages. So, okay, they might look a bit basic. You might not necessarily want everything on that page. You might want to add more things which are not necessarily included on that page. But it's down to you. It's completely customizable.